scheduled for one fall, about to make her way to the ring, accompanied by Angelina Love and Cute Kit. She is one of the beautiful people, Velvet Sky.
Mike, today, Don West at ringside, Xplosion exclusive one-on-one matchup, and this week, DW, we feature the TNA Knockout.
Well, as you see Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, and Cute Kit coming down the ramp, there's just something about these girls. You can't take your eyes off of them. They're like a train wreck. I mean, they irritate you, they aggravate you. Not to mention what Cute Kit can do to you. But again, you watch them get up on these ropes and do their little entrance.
Yes.
They can mesmerize you at the same time, my friend.
Boy, were they mesmerizing the TNA fans at our fan interaction in Chicago, Illinois, the day before Bound for Glory. Don't even answer that, Don. I'll answer it. The answer is...
What?
I'm sorry, I lost my focus there for a second. What was I talking about?
The Cubs live in that playoff.
And now introducing her opponent. She is TNA Knockout, Christy Hemme.
What a great weekend it was in the Windy City.
It was.
As we mentioned just seconds ago, it started on Saturday with the fan interaction and then continued on Sunday at the Sears Center, the site of Bound for Glory. You know, we hyped that up as being TNA's biggest pay-per-view ever. And so many times, Don, think through the years, great Super Bowl games, great NBA championships, great World Series that are hyped by the media, but yet they don't quite pay off. That certainly wasn't the case at Bound for Glory. I know you've called it the best pay-per-view in our 6+ year existence.
And the reason I say that was because all of the elements came together. It was incredible fan interaction. I mean, they were at a fever pitch, and the wrestlers were feeding off of it. I mean, it was just from the start, from the Steel Asylum match. And this is why, folks, go to TNAWrestling.com. Try to find out when there's a replay in your area, because this is one of those pay-per-views that you want to see from start to finish. It started off with Steel Asylum and ended, of course, with Sting winning the World Championship, and it was unbelievable from start to finish.
Let's cover some of the elements in between. Think about that monstrous ball match. The absolute physicality, the absolute brutalness of that match. 5th time in history that we've had the Monsters Ball. First time ever we had tag teams in action, and the Monster Abyss, a man who's been the constant in that match, ended up being severely burned when he was driven through the flaming tables by Team 3D.
An image I'll never forget.
Oh, did you see that? She just sprayed that. Cute Kit passed in the spray bottle into Velvet Sky, and she sprayed that substance, that perfume or whatever it is, right in Christy Hemme's eyes and blinded her.
Well, you know, they'll take any shortcut they can to get the advantage, and it's all Velvet Sky needed is she's putting the boots to Christy Hemme, and you mentioned it, and I can't get that visual out of my mind of Abyss just on fire after he went through the flaming table. But think about so many other great aspects, from Christian Cage, AJ Styles, and Booker T in a 3-way war to that incredibly emotional Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle matchup.
First ever meeting between Jeff Jarrett and the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Jarrett's return to the ring after a 2-year absence due to the personal family tragedy. Jeff Jarrett victorious. What an incredible match that was. And then Bound for Glory topped by the crowning of a new TNA World Heavyweight Champion as Sting outlasts, I think that's the word I'm going to use, Samoa Joe with a huge assist from Kevin Nash, of all people, and Sting became the new TNA champion.
Well, we heard Sting talk about it. It's a nice drop kick by Velvet Sky, too. No, not enough, as Christy Hemme fights through it. I'll tell you something. Sting talked to us about it. He told us. He said, you know what? I bit off more than I could chew. I went in there with a guy at this day and age was a better wrestler, and Samoa Joe made one mistake, I thought, Mike. He went out there to destroy Sting. He went out there to embarrass Sting. He went out there to absolutely prove his point, and the bottom line was He didn't go out there to beat him and get that win, and Sting was able to survive and show why he's one of the greatest this world has ever seen.
Again, it's our website, TNAWrestling.com. All the details on how you can see the Bound for Glory replay. I wish somebody would have told Christy Hemme that she was going to be involved in a 3-on-1 handicap match this week on Xplosion.
Well, it just doesn't seem fair that she'd have to go out there and face all of them. But you know what? She's doing pretty good. As she brought the leg down the Velvet Sky, and she caught her chin on that turnbuckle. Looked like Velvet was wanting to tag in Angelina alone, but I'm sorry you don't get to do it in this match.
Angelina trying to direct traffic from outside. Instead, as Velvet turns around, she gets dropped first with the clothesline. Then the forearm shot, and then Christy goes airborne, double sledge right across the chest of Velvet.
Well, you can see she's feeding up the crowd. The crowd realizes she's the underdog in this match, and they're giving her their support. Look at her duck, kind of a matrix move. Nice kick. Oh, and she uses that leg to the back of the neck.
Drilled her right in the shoulder blade with that kick. Measures her, going to take her by the hair and drive her down face first right into the mat. Brings her back out towards the center of the ring.
FFG?
Going to go high risk. Could be that FF. Wait a minute. Cute Kip up on the apron, and he got slapped right in the face. Here it is.
FFG! Flying fire crotch guillotine. 1, 2, 3.
Why wouldn't it be?
The winner of the match, Christy Hemme.
Christy Hemme, despite the 3-on-1 odds against her, gets her hand raised in victory. TNAWrestling.com, all the details on the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. Plus, we'll see you at Turning Point on November the 9th.